Dámy a pánové, vítám vás u další části nové Let's Play série na hru Hogwarts Legacy. Pokud mě ještě neznáte, mé jméno je Hondin a minulý části jsme plnili další zkoušku, která se týkala Nimia Fitzgeraldové, kde jsme vlastně získávali relikvie smrti, což byla plášť, kámen vzkříšení a bezová hůlka. Následně jsme tam bojovali s nějakýma přízrakama a poté jsme vlastně zase nahlédli, jako to u každé zkoušky je, do myslánky, kde jsme viděli vzpomínku Nimajách s Morganou, nebo s Morganách, kde ona zase Morganách používala tu magii, kde chtěla získat moc. Takže zase používala ty svoje čáry. Nicméně, v dnešní části bychom si dali vedlejšák. Dali bychom si asi promluv si s Naty. Dáme Naty. To musíme jít do Prasinek, myslím, že jo. Ne. Počkej, co to? Možná tohle, nebo počkej, kde to máme? Se ještě kouknu, kde to je, teda. Musíte se sejít tedy před Prasinkami. Aha, tak počkat. To máme... Jo, tadyhle. Aha, už ji vidím. No. 300 metrů, tak to bychom tam... No, tak můžem tam dolítnout.
These rocks have seen better days.
No. Pak bychom si asi dali možná úkol z Popy. Uvidíme, co nám tam zase naskočí za úkoly. A hlavní úkol, který ještě nemáme, tak to si když tak dáme v příští části. I když vlastně... Jo, teďka nám vlastně... Máme hlavní úkol, že se máme sejít se Sebastiánem. Tak, co pak chceš?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Bra.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Bra.
Hopefully by the time you return,
Základy vydírání.
a bit more freely.
Koukám, že to je kousek. Promluv si s Agabusem, Pilbertem, Daisy Rabeovou a Otto Dibblem. Jo, ten je tady asi nahoře. Jo, úplně nahoře. Co máme tady? Nějaký vak. Nějaký truhloš. Vzal jsem ho, já jsem ho nevzal. Tak, kde tě máme tady? Daisy.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
To asi jo, no.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Jo, asi ho to, no.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe.
Nesli.
Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Neboj. Doufáme, že znovu zvážíte, zda nám pomůžete s našimi bankovními potřebami. Dali jsme vám dost času, abyste se rozhodli sami, ale začínáme ztrácet trpělivost. Víme, že váš manžel by ocenil, kdybyste v naší spolupráci viděli přínos. Máme očekávat odpověď do konce týdne. Nejlépe bude, když to zůstane mezi námi, pokud nám rozumíte.
Thank you. I hope it's
To
not
se uvidí, no. Já si s nima poradím. Není problém. Tak, kde máme dalšího? 50 metrů. Co to tam děje?
Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Jak skrýváš to
What have you been
vydírání?
doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Dobrý.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Neboj, zažil jsem i horší tady.
Before Mr. Hill returns.
Tak, a ještě s Agobusem probrat. Co? Tady je mi ten? Počkej, kde? Kde máme to?
Revelio.
To je ještě něco? Tamhle je možná stránka, to bych mohl, že jo? Nice.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Tady ho máme.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Vrať se na místo setkání a informuj Natty, dobře no. Takže tam zase dolítneme asi. Jo, nemůžem vlastně. No. Tudy ne, tudy možná. Máme tady stránku další. Máme tady stránku. Nice. 8 z 15. Tady je další. What the fuck? Kolik tady těch stránek je? Můžeme to přeskočit? Ale ne, úplně takhle. No. Už jsem tady na ty. Aha, tak dobře, tak tady zase není, tak... Můj bože, kde zase seš? Jestli se jí něco nestalo.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Aha, akorát, že tady nějak není.
Revelio.
Ale je tady loot. Máme tady. Ty jsou nějaký stopy nebo?
Natty's wand.
Vulkanaty.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Tak kde seš? Tady je nějaký tajný úkryt.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Pivečko tady je, nebo vínečko. Nějaký sudy.
Accio.
Okay.
Revelio.
Co tenhle zkusíme?
Hidden door.
Najdi na ty.
Must have been taken this way.
Najdi sbírku básní Agaba Filberta. Aha.
Revelio.
Dobrá, dobrá. Jsou tamhle nějaký animáce, nebo co to tamhle je? Jo.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Takže zase mám být stealth, jo, nějak. Aha. Zase stealth mise. OK, proč je tady tohle? Proč je kolem toho ta bariéra, nebo co to je?
Revelio.
Nic. Taky nic není.
You remember the first life you took? Can't say I do. All a bit of a blur.
Aha. Ne. Ježíš, tam je boss ještě k tomu, no to si děláš. Počkej, ale já bych... Ne, vůbec nevíš.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
Otoč se. No jo, jenže tamhle ještě. Já jsem myslel, že bych to mohl říct stealth, ale nevím teda, ne. Hoši, otočte se. Já aspoň. Tak prej ne, no. To bych chtělo nějaký kouzla. Nice. Kontakt. Jo. Bude trošku horší tohle. Trošku na ně hodíme nějaký ty sudy. Nice. My můžeme ovládnout bosse. Nice. Ne. No. Trošku sní. Co? No jí to dalo insakir. Co? OK. Tak to jsem nečekal.
Revelio.
Tak, dobře, nějaký loot tady. Jsi mi drahá jako Agueri. Jehož hlas předpovídá příchod deště. Mám tě ráda, jak jen může být krupobytí. Jehož věrnost je pravdivá a jasná. Učarovala si mému srdci. Chci, aby nebylo zrušeno. Okouzla si mě od samého začátku. Vždycky si byla ta pravá. Když si byla Filbertová.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Jo, dobře, tak ještě dopis musím najít. Co je tady? Musíme najít dopis. Jo, já zase mám plný inventář. Já nemám tady, no to nemám vlastně. Výzvy nějaký splněný, že bychom asi ne, no. To je trošku problém tohle. Tak to budeme muset zničit, no. Co se dá dělat? Ten to zapomněl prodat. No tak jasně, stejně tam dostanu úplně k ničemu předmět. Tak, kde pak máme ten... No, tam je ještě nějaký enemák, jo. Neidentifikovaný předmět, jasný. Co je tady? Okay, ale... To nemůžu jako... Aha, ono to... Počkej, já nemám použít... Ne. Jo, takhle, nepulzo, jo. Tak kde pak máme ten dopis? Tomhle je zase něco, jasný. Jo, tady byl jenom truhlož, tak to jo. A co je na druhé straně? Jo, máme hlavně ten dopis. Tady, ještě tady jsme nebyli. To je ten dopis. Milý Otto, počítal jsem tvůj poslední dopis a znovu jsem si jistá, že ho budu číst každou hodinu znovu, dokud se nebudeme moci setkat. Děsí mě představa, že se s tebou brzy neuvidím, ale nejsem bez naděje. Toužím po dní, když se o naše zasnoubení budeme moci podělit s těmi, které máme rádi, zejména s mým drahým otcem. Nedivím se, že chceš počkat, až se více usadíš, má lásko, a vím, že děláš všechno pro to, abys takovou situaci měl na dosah. Prosím, dovol mi říct, že ty poslední měsíce, kdy jsem se nemohla veřejně podělit o pocity, které mě povznášejí na nejvyšší vrchol štěstí, byly v skutku existenční výzvou. A teď si jdu ještě jednou přečíst tvůj dopis. Láskou Rossi. Nějaká velice zamilovaná. Jo, zničit, no. Tak. No, jdeme asi sem. Nebo ještě možná bychom mohli, tady byla nějaká, že jo, cesta. Nějaká tajná... Kam to vede? Že bych je třeba překvapil. Ha? Aha. Ne. Já těch chci zkusit říct stealth.
There's not a thing worth learning from civilized society. Except out of Proficus Totalis. Revelio.
Tam je ještě jeden. Ten mě asi uvidí. Oh, OK. Tak prej ne. Tak, takže teďka musíme najít Naty. Tak kde seš? Tamhle je. Jo, já ještě vemu jenom loot, co počkáš chvíli, ne? Já jenom si tady vemu ty zlaťáky. Co je tohle? Tak, už jsem tady. Jo, to je někdo jiný.
Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed. and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Okay.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon her.
Najdi a vrať hůlku Iskorabeovi.
Revelio.
Někde poblíž, říkáš, jo? Počkej, co? Kde? A není to jako myšlený, že je někde tady dole? Ne, to musí být nahoře. Kde ji máš?
Revelio.
Jo, já se snažím, ale já fakt nevím. Mě to ukazuje. Já nemám někde. Počkej, tady něco je.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Nice. Máme to. Má bráka ukrytá.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Tak, mám jí.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Že no. Tak se ukáž, hoku. OK. Já čekal něco většího. Tak ještě na ty. Tak a jdeme pryč.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Takže se tady objeví, jo, hoši. Najdi cestu ven, jo. Okay, ale to...
Revelio.
Aha.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Tady něco je, co to tady je?
Revelio.
Ne? Tak počkej, tak to vemem. Vem to tudy vlastně. Tady jsme přišli.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Jo, to je tenhle.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Úřady mi moc nepomohly.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
No.
Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Tak máme splněno.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft.
To mě přibyl další questík od Sebastiana, co? Tak já s ním mám hlavní a ještě vedlejšák, jo. Můj bože, no. Co máme tady dál? No, nicméně, dámy a pánové, dneska to zapíchneme, bohužel. Stihli jsme jeden vedlejšák, no. Co se dá dělat? Nicméně v příští části bychom asi udělali úkol s tím Sebastiánem, no. Buď ten hlavní, anebo ten vedlejší, uvidíme. Máme tady nějaký vybavení lepší? Jo, to nemůžem. Asi nic, no. To uložíme. Nicméně budu velice rád, když dáte like, napíšete nějaký pěkný komentář, dáte odběr a dáte zvoneček, aby vám neuniklo další moje video. V popisku pod videem máte odkaz na autora hudby do mého intra, takže budu velice rád, když se na ní podíváte. Nicméně mějte se krásně a v příští části čau.